remember what it was? I mean, before he had his desire was, his only wish that he ever asked of God, please let me enter the land of Israel. And our sages say, why did he want to enter the land? Was it to eat the fruits and the grains of the land of Israel? Why would it be to eat the fruits and the grains of the land of Israel? Because when we eat the land of Israel, when we eat the fruits and the grains here, our physical body becomes the land of Israel. Meaning every 7 years, our body is created totally anew based on what we've eaten and put inside of it. So when we're eating the fruits and the grains that are grown here in the land of Israel, what you're doing right now, your physical body becomes a part of the land of Israel. And you're able to connect to God in a way that you can't in any other way imaginable. So as you're working the land, eating the land, becoming the land, blessing the land, when, if that time comes, you go back to Florida, you're bringing the land of Israel with you. You're bringing holiness there, which America needs right now tremendously. So, I'm going to make a quick blessing here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri ha'adamah.
I've been here a bunch of times now, and I visit the group every time they come here. I try to make a trip here. And every time that I come here, I'm overwhelmed with a sensation that this is historic. This is historic, that it's so monumental. It's a monument for the whole world to see what could have been accomplished. You know, there's those times in history where there'll be like a few tzaddikim, those Oscar Schindlers, that then say, well, if he could have done it, all of you could have done it. That there's this little church in the middle of Florida, and it's a monument for the entire world to see. And it's historic because it's a true partnership that's being formed here. A brotherhood of Jews and non-Jews that's like an intertwining of souls because of the Bible, because of the God of Israel, and how marvelous it is. You know, we're now really getting into the middle of the book of Vayikra, Leviticus, in the Torah portion. And the book of Vayikra is really all about relationship. It's about sacrifices. It's about our relationship with God, our relationship with the universe, with animals, what we are to do with it. In the opening of the book, the first letter in the actual Torah scroll, the word is Vayikra, but the last letter is the Aleph. And the Aleph is made very small. In the actual Torah scroll itself, it's very unique for their letters to be different sizes. But at the beginning of the book, the Aleph is very small. So when you open up the book of relationship, what you see is the word Vayiker, which means, and it just happened, which is the core of Amalek. It's like, yeah, God's not really involved here. It's all just a coincidence happening. And then the Aleph, which represents God, the one God, the first letter, Alufo Shel Olam, the God, the creator, the first of all firsts. That's like small. Right after, and it just happened. And like, I would like it to be a big Aleph. Let it be, and it happened to be small. Let there be a big Aleph for God. But the Torah doesn't write that. It's a very small Aleph. And our sages teach us something so marvelous. That the Aleph in all of our lives, that God's calling in all of our lives is very subtle. The first time that I came here to this park, it was moving along. But it was very small. It was subtle. I have only imagined the first time when they first originally got here. There was like nothing here. Is this a calling? Should we do it? It's so small. Maybe this is right. Maybe is this really going to make a difference? Are there really going to be hundreds of people coming here every day during the vacation times? During the summertime? Is this going to impact all of Israel somehow? That families from all over the country are going to now come to the most contested areas in Israel and make this an attraction for the whole region? It's just such a small world. There's like some rocks and sand here. What have we done here? But then following that small, subtle call, created like paradise in the middle of Kedumim. This place is so marvelous now. And so the small Aleph is a call in all of our lives. And I think that there's two ways that we can live our lives. And I think Pastor Diaz is such an example for all of us. That we can either live our lives as a calling. Vayikra means that he was called with a small Aleph. Moshe was called. Either we live as a calling, or we live our lives and just happen to be here, happen to be there, maybe this is here. We're sort of like just reacting as like objects being thrown around from place to place. But that calling is an appointment. Do we live our lives as an appointment? Are the encounters that we have, do we see them as appointments in time? As like our calling of what we're supposed to be doing in the world right now, to be a part of history, to be a part of like this monumental time. I mean, we all know the beginning of Christianity, it was just Jews. Now, there's a lot of differences between Judaism and Christianity today. Like, Jews look at Christians and we think Christians are crazy. Just being honest. Yeah, there's like Easter bunnies and Christmas trees, and we're like looking at the Bible like, do not cut down a tree and adorn it with silver and gold. Do not act like the way of the nations, for the nations are crazy. And the nations are like chopping down the trees, and they're like, and then it's like, what's going on here? So there's a lot of arguments between Jews and Christians, a lot of theological debates. Christians want to convert Jews, and Jews are like battling. As we're like fighting off the Hamas, we have to fight off the missionaries. And then somehow, this group of non-Jews that are believers in the God of Israel, in the Bible, that like really believe in the Ten Commandments, that they should be lived out through and through. Not just 9 out of 10, but all 10, including Shabbat. And so, here we are now in this like monumental revolution that somehow something is being born here. It's so clear by all the prophets that the Messianic era is not just a Jewish revolution. It's not just a Jewish celebration, it's a celebration for all of humanity. And so what we're seeing here is humanity, Jews and non-Jews, coming together in brotherhood, working together, sacrificing together, giving together, working alongside each other. It's history unfolding, it's destiny unfolding to me, and to see these humble beginnings being called by a small olive turned into what it already is today is inspiring. It's inspiring to the Jews here. Every Jew that I've met here, they say, these people, we wait for them all year. They come here and they lift up the whole community. They inspire us all.